Aviation is one of the most exciting areas that we can work in because it involves everything.
Mott MacDonald has been responsible for some of the most complex and cutting-edge infrastructure projects in modern aviation history.
Difficult projects is one of the definitions of the work we do and the work that we want to do.
Our expert teams have helped grow, decarbonize, and modernize some of the world's busiest and most iconic airports.
Mott MacDonald have worked with over 250 airports.
30 of the top 50 airports in the world.
Crafting aviation infrastructure that performs better for clients, communities, and the millions of people who move through them each day. But what sets our approach apart?
Understanding the passenger is essential.
How are we shaping the future of the industry?
There's an element of systems thinking.
And what makes us a trusted partner for clients around the world?
We always strive for technical excellence.
Technical excellence.
Technical excellence. I think for me, one of the key things that sets us as Mott MacDonald apart is the collegiate integrated approach. Being able to tap into that expertise from across the global Mott MacDonald family allows us to say, this is why we're going for this solution.
The airport and aviation industry encompasses almost all building types. That's why we've had to use people from all over the world to help us achieve what we needed to do for the client at JFK.
They wanted somebody who had the experience in Singapore and Hong Kong and Heathrow and Delhi, and they wanted to have that knowledge come into the US.
It opens the door for the client to ask us, what do you think? And not, here's what we want you to do. And that's been the big difference. They want to pick our brains and pick our experience. They want JFK to become a top-level airport, and they can only do that by comparing against the rest of the world.
We've been able to deliver airports that are increasingly integrated with the communities they serve.
The airport thrives off of a multimodal network, and as we move forward, that will be very important in terms of keeping the airport thriving and operating.
So what we developed was a customer experience performance and standards manual for each of those journey steps.
The manual provides key performance indicators that the various stakeholders involved in operating an airport can measure their success based on those KPIs.
The objective is to get up there with one of the terminals being at least the top 5 terminal in the world. At the heart of our DNA is the ability to design great infrastructure. We become a trusted partner because we deliver. And we're drawing on experience going back into projects like Heathrow Terminal 5, which won Best Terminal in its time.
It's not just about providing high standards of work every time, but also pushing the industry and pushing the boundaries of what is possible. So Heathrow is in itself a city. You have utilities, you have paving, airside and landside, you have buildings, asset management. There's lots of different disciplines, and that's just within the organisation itself.
So it's about how do I link those together in an integrated way that allows me to take a programmatic approach to them. So that's, for me, the systems thinking perspective.
The Centre of Excellence at Heathrow is specifically set up to address Goal 6, which is decarbonisation of their supply chain. And the Centre of Excellence is decarbonisation of the supply chain workstream, which involves steering group from across lots of the different business functions. So you've got people like carbon strategy, PMO, procurement in there. So Heathrow have committed to getting past 2080 certified by 2027, and we have worked with them to support them to make sure that their carbon management standard and the processes are in place to be able to reach that certification. We can weave decarbonisation, resilience, nature into the projects that we deliver in a way that doesn't have to cost money. Some of those include the electrification of the ground handling equipment and the infrastructure surrounding that, working with the material specialists to understand how quickly they can decarbonise key materials. Not only is that going to help decarbonise the emissions there, it's also going to improve air quality, increase efficiency and save cost ultimately for the airlines.
Improving and enhancing the airport just touches so many people.
The passion for the work that our teams are involved in gives that sort of drive, impetus that says we're proud of delivering a great solution for our clients. Matterup's an interesting example of the type of work we do. So we're working with them on airport planning on airports across the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. If you look at airports across Saudi Arabia, they range from some very, very large hubs, the likes of Jeddah and Riyadh, through to a large number of smaller airports that are really, really critical for the local communities. So the ability to bring aviation planning to help plan airports, serve those communities, is really critical for the economic growth, for the social development in Saudi Arabia. So we're really delighted to be part of that.
20,000 strong group of professionals